I wanted to say a big thank you to our sponsor, Talent Insights. Talent Insights are Australia's leading data specialist recruitment business. They are experts in recruitment strategy and delivery for analytics and data teams. They are the go-to recruitment business for all your data roles in Australia, and they can help both with permanent hires and short-term project-focused data resources. I've used Talent Insights in the past, and I've always found them fantastic to work with. Visit them at talentinsights.com.au. Lots of new activity happening in data futurology. We're continually challenging ourselves to come up with new ways to create value for the community. We want to continue to bring you the topics that are relevant to organizations that are using and scaling AI. And we want to provide you use cases, challenges, new approaches, ways to overcome the resistance and the barriers in order to get value from these technologies. We have recently redone our website. It looks much better. Go and check it out. Tell us what you think. We wanted to make it easier for people to access the content that we'll be creating. And you'll see there in the events tab, all the events that are coming up, from data and AI in finance to our event on MLOps, to looking at multi-cloud strategies, the impact of DevOps into the data analytics world. Please continue to provide us suggestions with the topics that you want to hear about, and we will make sure that we put those events together for the community. We're doing this for the community, so thank you so much for your support, and I hope you continue to enjoy the content that we're producing. Hi, and welcome to the Data Futurology Show. In Data Futurology, we seek to cover analytics, data science, machine learning, and AI from the perspective of leadership and strategy. So we want to help people develop their careers to become leaders or become better leaders by driving the adoption of AI and machine learning in their organizations. For that, we bring you different perspectives from executives and leaders in the space from around the world. And we focus on use cases, on the value, getting value from these technologies. And we hope that these help you on your journey and understanding the art of the possible. So hopefully this brings you value. Thank you so much for the people that are tuning in again. We love our audience. We've been having both sessions that are recorded and sessions that are live, and that's been really great way to engage the audience in different formats. And thanks so much everyone for joining. Today we have a excellent topic for you one that I've been looking forward to for quite some time. We're focusing on starting an AI and machine learning initiative from an innovation area within a large company, and then how that innovation area can grow the value that they're providing. So then they're helping all of the large company or all of the mothership with the AI and ML components. Really interesting journey that we have today, really interesting proposition. A lot of large organizations have taken this path of starting an innovation area to help upgrade or update the main business. And the journey that we're going to be covering today has been a fantastic one. So I think you'll get a lot of this episode. For this, we've got our very special guest, which is Ram Radhakrishnan. He's the General Manager for Customer Analytics, AI, and Data Science at WooliesX. Ram, great to have you on the show. How are you going today?
Thank you, Felipe. Thanks for having me in the show today. I'm doing great. How about you?
Yeah, excellent, right? Thank you very much. Very excited for this discussion. So I was hoping you could kick us off by telling us about your role and your remit at WooliesX, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. I joined Woolies about 6 years ago as head of BI for loyalty. And it's been quite a journey as my role has been evolving for the last 6 years, and I've been part of the WooliesX team ever since it got formed about 4 years ago, and my role has evolved from BI to customer analytics, and then also AI and data science. Currently, I lead the WooliesX advanced analytics data practice, and we moved towards an agile transformation in the last 8 to 10 months. And ever since then, I've been leading a practice focusing on capabilities from both people perspective and also future capabilities in terms of AI and ML and analytics and BI, such that we can continue to support our business to achieve their goals.
Amazing, right? There's a lot to cover there in the time that you've been. Tell me, how did the journey start, and what are some of the key, I guess, milestones in your time there?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I joined as a head of BI, building capability within the BI space, and I think back then we were trying to bring in some of the advanced analytics capabilities in-house at Woolies. So I almost feel like the journey was like a startup for me personally, because it was about building teams and building capabilities. We started off with a handful of analysts, and we've grown tremendously in this space in the last few years, and we have more than 250 plus data practitioners today in WooliesX, and again covering a wide array of disciplines. So we've got a team of data scientists, and then we've got machine learning engineers. Then we have analytics, and even within analytics, there are different disciplines such as digital, customer, operational, and network analytics. And then we also have the business intelligence capability, which kind of brings all of these together in terms of automation, reporting, and dashboarding. And for me, what's exciting is we are able to build this world-class capability wherein we've had all of these different data practitioners coming together, having a similar skill set, and also at the same time different, because as you know, there is a wide array and breadth of disciplines even within analytics, and so there's so much for the team members to learn from each other in acquiring new skills, and really excited for their growth within the practice, and that's how the agile transformation and agile ways of working really benefit the team members as part of this WooliesX journey.
That's awesome, man. And it's so true that when organizations or an area scales really quickly and grows, there's so many opportunities for people to expand the roles, to take on new responsibilities, to almost pitch for work or make a case for the work that they would like to do, and yeah, definitely organizations that go through rapid growth like yours has, that it creates so much opportunity for the team, and then I also love the fact that you're focusing on cross-pollination, so essentially getting people skills from the other areas, from other teams, and obviously developing them within their own specialty. How what type of initiatives do you guys have to develop people in other areas or in their own area? How does that work within the WooliesX area?
Yeah, I think I might have to talk a bit about how we organize ourselves in an agile world. And what was interesting for me was I was looking around for a playbook. This is about 8 to 10 months ago, how to implement agile at scale for advanced analytics specifically. Are there organizations which actually run their advanced analytics through agile? And there was not much help that I could get at that point in time. So it was more of learning as we implemented. And I think the biggest advantage, or the learning for me from this process, was that a clear alignment of roles and responsibilities within agile, like what is the role of a practice, for example, and what's the role of a tribe, and it's almost like data and analytics partnering with the business functions or the business units, driving to achieve their goals and objectives, and how can we bring in a cross-functional squad or team to deliver the right outcome for the customer and for the team in our case, and how do we seamlessly blend as part of the agile formation of the squads and tribes was the biggest learning for us. And to answer to your point about practices, is where you develop your skills and capabilities, and tribes is where you actually execute the work. So we made a very conscious decision that every individual or every team member within the data practice will spend close to 20% of their time in developing their skills on their career progression, cross skill training, learning new skills that is required as future capabilities within the AI ML space, and not just AI and ML, I mean across everything, right? Analytics and BI. And then implement their learnings in the squads and in the tribes where they actually deliver the work. So it's been quite a revelation for us. Our team members seem to enjoy the fact that they are learning, but at the same time also able to deliver or execute their learnings in live projects. So it's been again, we've not mastered it, we're still learning it. We are still working with the different business leads. There's a lot of collaboration at play here, and you've got the practices and the tribes should be joined at the hips, working together, understanding the vision of the business and of the of the particular area that we are trying to support, and how do we bring the right skills and capabilities that we have to deliver the goals and objectives of the tribe that we are partnering with.
That's amazing, man. Yeah, I love that getting them working really closely with the business, with the other tribes, having that sync between them. And then what are those cross-functional teams look like? What are they comprised of?
Yeah, so we've got like I said, we've got a discipline, and we've got different chapters, and we call it principal chapters. And like data science is a principal chapter. We've got a large number of data scientists working within the chapter. Then we've got machine learning engineers who focus on machine learning, productionization of our data models on data science algorithms. And then we've got analytics. Again, within analytics, there is different disciplines such as digital analytics and customer analytics and operational analytics, and a couple of other also disciplines. Campaign analytics is another good example of how we support different below the line marketing campaigns that we send to our customers. So, and then also we've got business intelligence and reporting being another discipline. And like I said, what's important for us is to have clear skills identified that would be required for being part of each of these disciplines. And one of the things that we have newly developed is something called a career capability framework, which provides absolute transparency and visibility in terms of what skills do we need in each of these disciplines, and what level of expertise in each of those skills do we need to be able to progress in your career. And then most importantly, the team members get or have an opportunity to train and to self-train, or reach out to individuals to cross-train themselves. Again, it is something that we are looking to develop. It's not fully implemented, but it's still happening in process. And to your question earlier, it just gives a massive opportunity. Let's say an analyst in our team wants to become a data scientist. They have every opportunity to do so, because there is complete visibility and transparency as to what skills do they need to learn to become a data scientist. And then it's not just about the analyst having the aspiration, but it's also the leaders within the practice to enable them. How can the leaders provide, for example, training opportunities and even solving some real business problems for them to apply their learnings? I think that's going to be very, very important. It's almost like an academy, right? And where people train, but not just train or learn skills, but also get an opportunity to apply in real world problems. So that's for me the most exciting part. And being a team member in our practice, you get to experience and learn new craft every day.
That's outstanding, mate. Really, really inspiring. We get a lot of questions around career development, and people asking for advice around what are the next skill sets that they should be learning or developing, or any areas that you see that are of particular high growth or particular future importance to the organization. What would you say from your perspective? Anything that you would like to see people learning or focusing or developing themselves in?
Yeah, I think again, it's a balance for me. Certainly, AI and ML is a future capability that we see will take organization to new heights. I think we are seeing the use of data through the AI and ML capabilities solving for business problems, and also providing a very unique experience to our customers. Personalization is one good example where we personalize offers for our customers, and that is just the beginning of it, right? But we are looking at personalizing content as well to our customers. So it's about and customer needs are changing, and the expectations have never been higher than before. So we got to constantly innovate. We got to always. Also, the other thing is keep customer first. I think that's the most important thing, and then bring in the right capabilities into implementation. Like in this case, we talk about AI and ML being the future capability, and definitely there are a number of use cases, but I think it's important also to be customer focused, and how we overlay the capabilities that we build to ensure that the customers experience is truly unique and personalized and very enjoyable from a customer perspective.
I love that customer centricity and keeping them front of mind. That's awesome. And within the AI and ML space now, it's obviously quite big and quite diverse in terms of the number of maybe subspecializations that people can follow, or the skills that they can acquire. Within AI and ML, are there any areas that you think that are particularly hot or up and coming?
Yeah, I think data science and machine learning engineering, for example, are two areas which are kind of coming closer together than ever before. For me, when we look for skills in a data scientist, obviously we make sure they have good modeling skills and maths and stats background. But we also starting to look at people who have good programming skills, which is going to be very important, like Python and so on and so forth. And then also have good business acumen, right? That's so much more important. When it comes to machine learning engineers, it's all about having the software engineering background, having the ability to take the models that the data scientists are building and scale it and productionize it, right? And this is the new world of MLOps that I'm talking about. It's all about operationalization of the machine learning algorithms that you build. But the more and more I see these new upcoming trends where data scientists want to learn more of machine learning, they want to be also able to do better coding for that matter, or to be able to start productionizing the algorithms that they are building. And similarly, the machine learning engineers want to understand how a data science model is being built, or like how can they have a better knowledge of the models, machine learning algorithms that are out there, so that they can better support the data science. So there is that sweet spot. It's not that every data scientist will become an engineer and every machine learning engineer will become a data scientist. That's not what we are trying. But it's about opening up the opportunities and providing a platform for our team members to be able to learn different areas where they are interested and focused in. But also it's about building that end-to-end capability. And sometimes it is so important for us that they lean in and know each other's areas, so that at the end of the day, the product that we are building, it's the capabilities that we need across these both streams. And any machine learning product, you would need both of these capabilities.
So true, yeah, and we're definitely seeing a huge rise in demand for machine learning engineers, for data scientists to cross skill, and I think particularly during, at least from my perspective, particularly during the pandemic, that's one of the areas that I've seen a lot of data scientists skill up on, both the operationalizing machine learning models, the MLOps side, and also more on cloud. I've seen a lot of people take on cloud certifications, and then, as you say, like building up a skill set that's an end-to-end, and being able to become almost like a unit in the space.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the cloud is a very good point, because we adopted we moved all our capabilities to Google Cloud Platform a couple of years ago, and and we've been pioneers in that space. And we have built immense capability in the cloud platform, and it's been changing for us. And some of the scale that we've achieved in the products that we have built is the fact that we've had access to this cloud platform, and it does give a lot of independence. It does give a lot of autonomy to trial out and learn new things, and at the same time scale rapidly. So it's been again quite a journey for us from where we were a few years ago to where we are in terms of putting all of these AI and ML products in the Google Cloud platform itself.
Super exciting, right? I also wanted to ask you about a lot of other questions that we get are on the hiring side. So people looking to grow their teams, and I find that there's a move to hire on potential. What are your views on hiring on potential, and then what are the key skill sets that you see that people should be able to build on?
Yeah, I would actually go to the basics. The most important skill that I look for in people is having good attitude and aptitude. I firmly believe in that, and on top of that, we start looking at specific skills that are required for the disciplines that I spoke about. For example, a data scientist, you need to have really good modeling skills, for example, tree-based modeling, and then you need to have really good programming skills that I spoke about, like having like a Python, for example. But then most importantly, we are looking for people who've got really good business acumen. Because one of the things that we look for is not just having, for example, PhD degrees, right? We want to be hiring for people who have used their the skills to actually work and implement solving for real business problems. And I think that's very important for us. And similarly, also some future capabilities in this space, like for example, graph neural networks. That's something that's really upcoming and one of the latest skills that teams are acquiring, and neural networks itself, and so natural language processing, for example. So again, like for example, you build recommender systems. You could build recommender systems in so many different ways. You could use collaborative filtering, for example, or you could use graph neural networks, which is an upcoming new technology. So we're looking for this array of skill sets, and also not just skill sets, how have you used those skills in solving for real life problems or business problems for customers. And similarly, machine learning is another area where we need a lot of talent, and when it comes to scaling of algorithms and productionizing of algorithms, you need to have a strong programming and engineering background to be able to take the models that are being built, but then operationalize them and also automate them. Like, we have to move to a world where it's more self-learning and not just about building a model and just leaving it on the shelf, right? We want it to be retrained, and we want the model to be learning continuously. And how can that be done in an autonomous manner? And only then we could be scaling. If not, we need 500 to 1,000 team members in data science and ML, and we wouldn't want to go down that path. So there's this constant strive for innovation in this space, automation, and then scaling up of everything that we are building. So these definitely are the potentials for me. These are the areas that we look for talent, and we look for talent who have these skills and who literally are also learning. It's important that we provide an opportunity and a platform for learning and also upcoming data scientists and machine learning engineers in this space.
That is fantastic, right? And tell me more about the attitude and the aptitudes that you look for as a foundational piece in the hiring journey.
I think it's more to do with the culture, right? And I don't have to explain aptitude. I'm not going to do that, but attitude is more important. Attitude from a learning perspective is so much more important. I always believe that people progress well in their career when they have an attitude to learn new things and expand their knowledge and challenge the status quo. For me, that's very important. And how do you differentiate yourself from others is key, right? Like, what skill sets do you possess that is going to be a differentiator amongst a group of individuals, for example? And how do you be a standout performer by trying out new things and also constantly evolving things. So that's exactly what I mean by attitude. And I think it's certainly up to the individual. And at WooliesX, we focus on team members. We focus on team members such that we are able to, like I said, dedicate close to 20% of their time on developing their own skills and knowledge. And that's kind of unheard of. Like, for me, it's an investment that we are making, and also purely ensuring that our team members are enjoying their stint here. And learning becomes a big part of it, and attitude comes along with that. And going with a very open mindset to learning every day is crucial.
I love it. That is excellent. And mate, you've given us a lot of really, really compelling information between the agile practices, the breadth and scope of the work, the growth in the team, and also the focus on the upcoming skills. At least from my perspective, that all sounds really, really appealing. If there was people listening that wanted to find out more information about WooliesX, or maybe even how to join the team, where would you direct them to? Where could they find out more?
I'm sure there are WooliesX opportunities that you would come across in LinkedIn, and also we are always on the lookout for good data scientists or engineers or analytics individuals, and there is Woolworths portal, where we have all of these job openings, and you can always reach out to me if you want to on LinkedIn as well. And obviously I have a team as well, and that's something that we are very keen to make sure that if there are talented individuals out there and who have a passion to work for in the data science and ML space and making impacts to everyday customers and in their everyday life, definitely keen to have a conversation with those individuals.
Amazing. That is outstanding. Thank you. Mate, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the show, for sharing your vision, your insights. The work that you've done there is incredible. Being able to create such a drastic change and be able to leapfrog in such a short amount of time is incredible. The fact that the team now has grown to over 250 people, and the way that you guys have organized yourselves and tackle the work, it's really really commendable. So thank you very much for coming on the show to share with us.
Yeah, thank you, Felipe. Thank you for the opportunity was really excited to share some of our learnings and some of the growth that we've had in the last few years. I'm, like I said, really excited to be in this space, in the space of the future. I think the AI and ML and how we're going to shape up and create an impact for our customers that we serve every day. So thank you again. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. I hope that you got a lot out of this discussion. And if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel so more people can find out about the challenges that leaders have in the analytics and AI space. And that's what we're trying to share in Data Futurology. So please like and subscribe. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please tell your friends. Thank you so much.